executive summary in the dictionary or look up the word abstract. That's the last thing you write. It's the first thing you report to the independent of the report. The purpose of the executive summary abstract is to tell the reader the content of the report. So you have your objectives, your findings, and your recommendations. It's about 300 words, very concisely written. Now, when you write your reports, write them in the past tense. The objective of this report was to. So always the past tense throughout. Once the executive summary is written, and again, that's the last thing you do, it appears in the front, then your report starts. Your report might start with an introductory paragraph, kind of setting the stage. This analysis deals with Champion International, which is one of a series of pulp paper mills of Champion International, headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut. This mill is non-unionized. It represents about 1/10 of the total business. The total company has total sales of approximately $6 million. I mean, now, shortly, just a little bit of introductory things, a paragraph, setting the stage. Statement of objectives. Tell the reader the purpose of the report in content terms. If we take a look at Munster Foundry case, Mr. Smart is faced with the idea of trying to buy a foundry. He's only got so much money. He needs to get a lot more money. He's got, what, maybe 8 weeks to find that money. Well, what's your purpose? To demonstrate how Mr. Smart could acquire the money necessary to purchase the foundry. If you take a look at Linda in the Joe Weaves case, we have a 10-year-old looking at pornography. The case deals with an ethical issue. Linda's just totally heard that this 10-year-old looking at pornography. But in 1998-99, the American Civil Liberties Union, the American Library Association, and the historical librarian had a very strict view on the nature and purpose of libraries. It's to disseminate information, independent of age, sex, so there's no discrimination. So there's a conflict. So what's the issue? To give advice to Linda for what to do. Linda talks to the parent. A statement of objectives. Purpose of this report was to put it in contact terms, ABC. To look at the store. The store deals with 3 distinct products. One about building a satellite convenience store called Washington. One about making decisions regarding the $53,000 awning over his gas pumps. And one about use of the restaurant. So, your objective statement clearly should be the purpose was to provide advice to Mr. Jones regarding blank, blank, blank. Everybody clear? You start with a little background information, a paragraph to set the stage. Then you make your statement of objectives. Now, folks, writing style, grammar, spelling, punctuation are all extremely important. Every person, every team should proofread the written report. Make corrections before it gets to me. Your name's on the report. You have to look at the use of headings and subheadings. The quality of the printed product is extremely important. Now, the staple in the upper left-hand corner is perfectly fine. If the report gets a little more complex, this technique right here is great. Does everybody know where the police is, campus safety is on campus? In the back of that building is printing. And for probably 2 blocks, they'll spiral binds of product. Okay? Or if you want to spend it, you can spend probably $3 or $4 out at the Office Max and get the same thing done. So either a staple in the upper left-hand corner or spiral binder. Um, the length, how long should the written report be? Folks, not any longer than necessary, not one word long, but adequate to do a good job to communicate that you tackled the problem and solved it. These aren't one-page errors, but no boss that I've ever known will tell you, give me a 5-page report. Your boss in the world of work is going to say, give me a report. Why are sales dropping in the Southwest? You know, so just incorporate what's logically there. The quality of the analysis and synthesis. Think about the value. You know, you open your textbook. Let me borrow this a second. So I randomly open the textbook. Okay. So here I'm at table 7.2. Table 7.2, the core dimensions of the job. We're going to talk about skill, variety, task identity, and task significance, autonomy, and feedback. Those are just words. Why did your authors put that in the form of a table? Tables, exhibits, chart figures, all kinds of things. Like, because it enhances communication and understanding. I can guarantee you that table 7.2 is talked about somewhere on that page or this page. Out of curiosity. Right over here on the page prior, and table 7.2 illustrates these dimensions affect the degree to which employees find their work meaningful, feel responsibility for outcomes of their jobs, and understand the results of their work activity. So, incorporate pictorial things. They help communicate for you. Graphs, diagrams, figures. In some cases, it's going to be a spreadsheet dealing with work hours. In other cases, it's going to be an income statement. In other cases, it's going to be conceptual kinds of things. The critical thing is you have to think in your written report, how will tables, figures, charts, exhibits enhance communication? So you number them, you title them, you refer to them on narrative. Everybody follow what I'm saying? There's lots of places to do this. Remember, when you go through the decision-making process, you get to the advantages and disadvantages of alternatives. Those can become tables to help communicate to the reader the arguments for and against. When you read this in your narrative, you can make the appropriate conclusions. Bibliography. Simple. This is not a research report. Just like the case and or the textbook. That's all. No outside research. All the facts you need are in the case. Remember, you're making the decision as of the end of the case. For example, in Munster Foundry, what date would that be? Well, the year, 1999 in the Joy Reid case, it's 1980, 1999. It's a little different in each situation. You never know the future, folks. Use an example here. Carnival Cruise Line ordered, I think it was 3 megaships to be built in 2001. They got delivered the first one in 2008. What was wrong with that? What happened in 2000, late December 2007? Started the Great Recession, folks. The economy was in a massive downturn. Greatest economic downturn since 1929 occurred December 2007, March 2009. Not very many people like to go on cruises. They didn't have any money. So you can't predict the future. All of these things become important, folks. I can't stress enough that you think through your outline. And remember, I should be able to read the written case analysis and come to the same conclusion as listening to the oral presentation. Any questions? The criteria we use for the oral presentation. we would go into a statement of objectives. Again, a declarative statement of what has to be accomplished. What will the listener know when you're done speaking? Completeness of the presentation. For all the problems I have, some it's just one problem, some it's two, some it's three. The quality of visual aid, the same thing as in the written report. Clear, concise thing. Use of technology. Probably want to use presentation software like PowerPoint, but you can use other techniques. Sometimes an overhead works, sometimes a flip chart is another way to communicate. Not just limited to PowerPoint. But the use of technology is important. Make sure you know how to work the system. You get up here and have your PowerPoint and you can't get an image of the screen. What are you going to do? You say to yourself, that's not going to happen. Well, folks, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in senior level courses. Well, what are you going to do?
Practice.
Well, but even practicing, if you can't get your images on there, Mitchell, how's that going to help you? Have a backup. What might you have? Well, whatever it is, a handout, or overhead, or something where you know what you're seeing. Whatever someday down the road you get to the situation where your boss says, I want you to make this presentation on this software package at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. What are you going to do before you go to San Francisco? Yeah, call them up. I've got this kind of laptop with this kind of configuration. Do you have associated, software and hardware that's going to allow you to make the presentation? So it's always the issue of will it work? Now, technology is great, folks, when it works. When it doesn't work, it falls apart pretty quick. When this bulb goes out, I'm in deep trouble. That's why I arrive early before class and check it out. If there's two bulbs in that machine, you always want those around. Think about it. You have to make sure, you might say, oh, I know what's going to work. I know how to do this. But I've seen the teams are waiting for the presentation to start, folks, and nothing's happening. You don't want that to happen. Length of the presentation. What's the charge there? How long should it be? 30 to 40 minutes. Right on target. 30 to 40 minutes. So concentrate on looking at that. Now, I've had kids get up and sit down in 9 minutes. Why did that happen?
Talk too quick.
They talk too quick. When you're up here, folks, it's a lot different when you're out there. There is a sense of nervousness when you're out there. Now remember, the final go around, I don't want to see these days like teddy bears. These things don't go. So let's say you got to talk for 35 minutes and there's 14 now. Let's say there's 3 people. How long do you have to talk? No, that'd be 10 people. About 10, 12 minutes. So the max you have to talk 10, 12 minutes. If you can't get 10 or 12 minutes worth of content in your head, you're in the wrong business. Anybody been to a conference? How long are a conference?
2 hours, 3 hours.
2 to 5 hours. Can you imagine getting the music in your head? Not only getting the music for 5 hours worth of content in your head, but acting the part. Folks, all you got to do is have 10 minutes worth of content in your head. That's why you have to practice. Now, anybody can forget something. But at the same time, the more you practice, the better off you're going to be. Content analysis, and I wrote in there synthesis, the idea of breaking things down and building them up. Very important. The appropriateness of handout. So I'm going to hand out something. Now, a handout can be useful. Some of you might have a spreadsheet that you've got a lot of numbers on. Okay? So, if we have a spreadsheet, it might be too small to see in the background. But I hear members hand it out, get it to the hands of the audience quickly, and the speaker at that point has to be quiet until everybody has the handout. What happens is, we started here, the speaker is talking, and the speaker is done about the handout, and the last 20 people don't have it. So that's a wait. Now, that's where a team comes in. Team members, down the aisle, get it in the hands. Once everybody's got it, then talk about it. If I give you something, what's the hint? Then you want to look at it. When you're done with the handout, you have to use some technique to get the attention away from the handout on something else. Summary of conclusions. Go back to your objectives. Tell the reader again, the listener again at the end of the process what you found out. The flow of the presentation, the flow within and between. Is there good flow? Does it make sense? No. They say Bradley's going to talk next. And, he's not the one that's going to talk next. And then we're going to have a period of questions where I ask the students to ask questions and I'll ask questions. Appropriateness of professional dress. When the final presentation comes, not the one on the 21st of October, the final one, we should be in Class A dress. That's business dress. Not cocktail dress, but business dress. Suits, sport coat, or ties, and then if ladies have a suit, that's fine, but something which indicates a business dress. You don't have to spend a lot of money, have a long time to prepare for this, but remember, appropriate professional dress is one element of the quality of presentation. So, for next class, I think we read chapter 5 on planning.
All right. Here we go.